So since tomorrow is Melody Luna's 4th birthday, we are not going to let her have the best birthday ever, right Zeta?
That's correct, Mr. Morris. The reason why we are not going to let her have the best birthday ever is because we are going to do something worse.
I have an idea. I'm going to suggest Lucy Van Pelt to come with me to Melody Luna's bedroom at the second Christmas store, so she can bring her brand new tablet to Smithy's factory house and let it get electrocuted by the electricity sparks.
Amazing idea. That way, Melody Luna won't be able to have it anymore.
Okay, Lucy. Come with me to Melody Luna's bedroom in the second Christmas store.
Oh, okay, Mr. Morris.
Thank you. Now come with me.
Sorry, Mr. Morris, but she's not coming with you.
Why not Mrs. Van Pelt?
It's because she's still grounded.
Mrs. Van Pelt, forget about that. The reason why she's coming with me is because we are going to Melody Luna's bedroom at the second Christmas store. Now please let me pass.
My wife is right, so we suggest you leave our daughter Lucy alone until her grounding time is over.
Quit it, Mr. Van Pelt. I am not going to tell you again. Let her come with me, so we can go to Melody Luna's bedroom at the second Christmas store.
Oh my God, Mr. Morris, how many times do we have to tell you, we are not letting our daughter come with you, because she needs to stay in her room, and that's the end of it.
Okay, listen here Mr. and Mrs. Van Pelt. If you don't let her come with me right now, I will tell Zeta to call Sue to send you to Grytviken. Don't think you can get away with this.
Mr. Morris, you can threaten us all you like, but we are not letting our daughter come with you, and that's final.
Mr. and Mrs. Van Pelt, for the last time, let her come with me, so we can go to Melody Luna's bedroom in the second Christmas store. Why? It's because today is her 4th birthday, and we are not going to let her have the best birthday ever, so I suggest you leave me alone right now. Otherwise I will tell Zeta to call Sue to send you to Grytviken.
How about no?
Alright, that's it. Mr. and Mrs. Van Pelt, because you refuse to let your daughter come with me, I have no choice but to tell Zeta to call Sue to send you to Grytviken.
Mr. Morris, you don't have to tell me. I already heard everything that happened today.
Hi, this is Sue speaking. Who is calling me?
Hi Sue, this is Zeta the sorceress speaking, and I want to tell you something about Lucy's parents.
What are you talking about now?
Oh gosh Sue, we are not doing this again. I am talking about Lucy's parents. You see, they just refused to let their daughter come with Mr. Morris to Melody Luna's bedroom at the second Christmas store.
That's true, Zeta, because if she tries to ruin Melody Luna's 4th birthday, I will send her to Grytviken.
Oh no you won't, because her parents decided not to let Mr. Morris pass.
Zeta, yes she will.
Zauna, knock it off. Now Sue, I would like you to send them to Grytviken please.
Zeta, they are not troublemakers now, and besides, their daughter Lucy is a troublemaker, so she will be the one that's going to be sent to Grytviken by me.
Yeah, just like what I did last year, since she tried to ruin Melody Luna's 3rd birthday.
I said knock it off Zauna. Now listen to me Sue. You will not send Lucy to Grytviken. I demand you send her parents to Grytviken now, because they refused to let their daughter come with Mr. Morris.
Please Zeta, Mr. and Mrs. Van Pelt are not going to be sent to Grytviken by me, and that's that.
Come on, we are not doing this over and over again. Send Mr. and Mrs. Van Pelt to Grytviken immediately.
Zeta, knock it off. I am not going to send them to Grytviken, and that's final.
For the last time Sue, they are going to Grytviken, because they refused to let their daughter Lucy come with Mr. Morris to Melody Luna's bedroom at the second Christmas store, since today is her birthday. So I want you to do me a favor and do it, alright?
Arg, fine Zeta.
Thank you Sue. And remember, this is your last warning. If you do that one more time, Mr. Morris will call the police to arrest you. So bye. Come on, we are not doing this again. For the last time Zeta, Lucy is a troublemaker. So, like Sue said, she will be the one that is going to Grytviken. I'm sorry, but Sue only has one more chance left. So if she disobeys me one more time, Mr. Morris will call the police to arrest her.
Well, we don't care.
Guys, You need to care. Sue will be sentenced to prison if she sends Lucy to Grytviken instead of her parents.
Still, doesn't matter. So Zeta, I have no choice but to call Mr. Kilak to call Sue to return here, because Mr. and Mrs. Van Pelt are not moving to Grytviken, and that's that.
Yeah, I agree. Only Lucy is going to be sent to Grytviken by Sue. So goodbye.
All right, Lucy. Now that we are in Melody Luna's bedroom, which birthday gift would you like to take?
I would like to take that pink tablet, please.
All right. Melody Luna's pink tablet is the answer. No. I can't believe this is happening again. All the stuff for the League of Entitled Karens just disappeared 4 times. This is just unacceptable.
I know, Mr. Morris. I'm going to have to call Carl over here right now. Carl, can you come here, please?
Sure thing, Zeta.
Carl, just where do you think you are going?
Get back here right now.
Okay, Zeta and Mr. Morris, what is it do you want to tell me about?
Carl, we're glad you asked.
See, we believe all the stuff for the League of Entitled Karens just disappeared 4 times. And it appears that Trinity, Madison, Preston, Layla Jane, Colin, Addie, and Maya didn't lock the door once the League of Entitled Karens left twice. Which means they let King Dedede take all the stuff away from Smithy's factory house again.
What the? No, you can't be serious. How dare they not lock the door once the League of Entitled Karens leave? They are going to face their serious consequences once I take them here.
That's a great idea, Carl. If you can do this, then the League of Entitled Karens can have a chat with 7 kids. And after that, I will call Jann to send them to China.
Excuse me, Carl, but why did you take us to Smithy's factory house?
Trine, Madison, Preston, Layla, Colin, Addie, and Maya, the reason why I took you guys here is because you 7 are in so much trouble right now.
Thanks for bringing them here, Carl.
I agree with Mr. Morris.
With pleasure. And I can't believe they told King Dedede to move Melody Luna's pink tablet past the electricity sparks.
Wow. Just unacceptable.
Yeah, I know. Am I right, Lucy?
I'm afraid you're absolutely right, Carl. I can't believe it happened again. That's completely false.
Yep, you got that right. Lucy, your father and I told you not to come with Mr. Morris, but you just disobeyed us. Not to mention you tried to ruin Melody Luna's 4th birthday. Well, guess what? King Dedede made her pink tablet move past the electricity sparks, because it belongs to Melody Luna.
I agree with your mother. So for this, you're grounded until Labor Day. When we get there, you're going straight back to your room. Now let's go.
Okay, ladies, we can explain. Unfortunately.
Shut your mouth. We already know what happened. I am taking each of you to the doctor next week to get your memory and hearing checked. I literally told you guys 3 times before we left, lock the door once we leave.
We brought all of our belongings and valuables back by using our magics just before they disappeared 4 times.
Do you guys realize you put yourselves in danger and made the same thing happen more than a triple?
Zeta, Mr. Morris and I have to agree with the League of Entitled Karens.
So Trine, Madison, Preston, Layla, Colin, Addie, and Maya, I'm afraid I have no choice but to call Jann to send you guys to China, because you disobeyed the League of Entitled Karens twice. Hello, this is Jann speaking. Who is this? Hello, Jann, this is Zeta the Sorceress. I'm calling to tell you, because the Cummings and Maxwell kids just disobeyed the League of Entitled Karens twice. Well, Zeta, they did the right thing, 'cause nobody wants Lucy Van Pelt to ruin Melody Luna's birthday. So I'm afraid they like to stay in Canada. And by the way, Lily Carmen is inviting me to her 5th birthday party on August 4th. so I must go there. You can do it after. Right now, this is serious. First, leave Nunavut and move to Ontario. Then, send the Cummings and Maxwell kids to China. Last, leave China and return to Canada. Okay.
Excuse me, but I don't think I can do that, because China is too far from Canada. So I'm afraid they can't go.
Jann, I am not going to repeat this again. First, leave Nunavut and move to Ontario. Then, send the Cummings and Maxwell kids to China. Last, leave China and return to Canada. Okay.
Zeta, this isn't working. You have to let me get busy here, because the waiters do not want me to leave this restaurant before 6:30.
Goodness gracious heavens, Jann. How many times do I have to tell you? I am not joking around, and I am not kidding. First, leave Nunavut and move to Ontario. Then, send the Cummings and Maxwell kids to China. Last, leave China and return to Canada. Okay.
All right, Zeta, this is getting on my nerves now. I am not going to send them to China, and that's final.
Come on, Jann, for the last time, they are going to China, because they disobeyed the League of Entitled Karens twice. So,
Zeta, don't start with this again. Jann is not going to send the Cummings and Maxwell kids to China, and that's the end of it.
I agree with Zauna.
Excuse me, Lee and Zauna.
Nope. Like they said, China is too far from Canada, so the Cummings and Maxwell kids can't go. Besides, they did the right thing, 'cause nobody wants Lucy Van Pelt to ruin Melody Luna's 4th birthday. So, leave Jann alone.
No, listen to me. If the Cummings and Maxwell kids want to be taken to the doctor by Kate Miranda Jones next week to get their memory and hearing checked, they need to be sent. We don't ever want to hear about it. Trinity, Madison, Preston, Layla Jane, Colin, Addie, and Ma are staying in Canada, and that's the end of it. So, don't you dare hang up on me, don't you dare.
Yes, we know you're angry, Zeta, so I'm afraid I am going to have to call the police to arrest Jann, because she refused to listen to you after you told her to send the Cummings and Maxwell kids to China.
Good idea, Miss Trunchbull.
Jann, you are under arrest for refusing to listen to Zeta after she told you to send the Cummings and Maxwell kids to China. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed to you. To the police car we go. It's jail time for you, which is until civic holiday.
No, I don't want to. Besides, Lily Carmen.
Save it.
That's right. You should have thought of that before you decided to refuse to listen to Zeta. Now come.
Pardon me, officers, but Lily Carmen is inviting Jann to her 5th birthday party on August 4th. I better call Miss Trunchbull about this situation. Miss Trunchbull, why did you call the police to arrest Jann?
It's because she refused to listen to Zeta after she told her to send the Cummings and Maxwell kids to China.
That's correct. And it's also because they disobeyed the League of Entitled Karens twice, just after Kate Miranda Jones literally told them many times to lock the door once they leave.
Oh, for crying out loud, Mr. Morris and Miss Trunchbull. Like Lee and Zauna said to Zeta before, China is too far from Canada, so the Cummings and Maxwell kids can't go. And besides, they did the right thing, 'cause nobody wants Lucy Van Pelt to ruin Melody Luna's 4th birthday.
And like I told Mr. and Mrs. Van Pelt before, we are not going to let her have the best birthday ever.
Well, we are sorry, Mr. Morris, but she is going to have the best birthday ever, and that's it. And by the way, Lily Carmen is inviting Jann to her 5th birthday party on August 4th.
Well, that's too bad, because she should have thought of it before she decided to refuse to listen to Zeta. So we're sorry, but we are going to hang up now. Bye.
Man Sienna, my pink iPad is gone. Yes, Melody Luna, we understand how you feel.
We know you want it back.
Oh Melody Luna, I think your pink iPad is back.
Really? I better go to my room and check. You are right, Lou. My pink tablet is back to my room. By the way, did Lucy try to ruin her birthday?
Yes, but she failed thanks to King Dedede.
That is fantastic to hear that, Lou.
Anyway guys, I think my little sister Samantha just told Bowser what happened.
Yes, so he decided to call Mr. Kuyak to call Sue to send Lucy Van Pelt to Grytviken.
I think you are absolutely right, Lou and Samantha.
This will teach her a lesson for trying to ruin my birthday.
Okay, Lucy, it's time to get ready to go.
No, I thought Zeta called you to send my parents to Grytviken.
Too bad, because Bowser already called Mr. Kuyak to call me to send you to Grytviken. Now come on, no buts, no excuses, and no exceptions.
Lucy Van Pelt, I know you're faking sick. We're not doing this again.
I'm sorry, Mr. Piotrovich, but I don't think she's here today.
I think I know why Lucy Van Pelt isn't here today, Mr. Piotrovich.
What is the reason, Mrs. Clementine?
I hate to tell you this, but the reason why she isn't here today is because Sue is sending her to Grytviken.
Oh no, here we go again. Yesterday I thought I heard Zeta calling Sue to send her parents to Grytviken.
Well, that's too bad, Carl, because Bowser already called Mr. Kuyak to call Sue to send Lucy to Grytviken, and it's also because she tried to ruin Melody Luna's 4th birthday yesterday.
Oh my gosh! How dare Bowser do this? He needs to understand that Lucy's parents are the ones that are going to be sent to Grytviken by Sue, cause they refused to let their daughter come with Mr. Morris yesterday. So, you know what? That's it. I've had enough of Sue sending my best friend Lucy to Grytviken instead of her parents. She needs to be sentenced to prison until civic holiday, because Zeta did not say send a girl named Lucy to Grytviken, she said send Lucy's parents to Grytviken.
Well, I'm sorry, Carl, but Sue had the right to do that, and Lucy is not your best friend. She's a very bad girl, and besides, Adley McBride is inviting Sue to her 8th birthday party on the 5th of August.
I agree with Mrs. Clementine.
Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Piotrovich and Mrs. Clementine, but Sue is not going to Smithy's factory house for Adley's 8th birthday on August 5th, cause after summer school ends, I will let Zeta, Mr. Morris and Miss Trunchbull know what she did to Lucy. And after that, he will call the police to arrest her just before she takes her flight back to Canada.
This is your new home. You will stay here until I send you back to Canada, so you can do your next session at summer school on Tuesday. And I think someone is calling me, so enjoy yourself.
Sue.
Okay, what do you want now?
Sue, you are in a ton of hot water now. I already called Toronto Police Department, and I think they're going to arrest you after you take your flight back to Canada.
Yeah, that is correct.
No, listen.
We don't wanna hear about Adley McBride.
That's right. You should have thought of that before you decided to disobey me. I didn't say send a girl named Lucy to Grytviken, I said send Lucy's parents to Grytviken. So why did you do this again? Give me the reason, please.
All right, Zeta, fine. The reason why I sent Lucy Van Pelt to Grytviken is because Bowser called Mr. Kuyak to call me to do it, and it's also because she tried to ruin Melody Luna's 4th birthday yesterday. There, you now know the reason.
What the heck?
Oh, my goodness gracious. How dare Bowser do this? He needs to understand that Lucy's parents are the ones that are going to be sent to Grytviken by you, because they refused to let their daughter come with me yesterday.
Also, we are glad you gave Zeta the reason.
Yeah. So we are going to let you go now.
Okay then, bye Zeta, Mr. Morris and Miss Trunchbull.
Peter, Mason, and Megan, has anyone seen Jann?
I'm sorry, Lily, but we don't know where she is.
Oh, I'll tell you where she is. You see Lily, Peter, Mason, and Megan, she's at the police station in a collude, which means she got arrested 2 days ago.
What the heck? No, this can't be happening. Zeta, last 2 mornings I just said to Jann I am inviting her to my birthday party. I agree what Lily said, and I told her to be there by 9 o'clock in the morning. So why did she get arrested?
Megan, it's because she refused to listen to me after I told her to send the Cummings and Maxwell kids to China. So Miss Trunchbull had no choice but to call the police to arrest her. And it's also because they disobeyed the League of Entitled Karens twice, just after Kate Miranda Jones literally told them many times to lock the door once they leave. As for you, Lily, maybe next time.
No, Zeta, I don't want next time. I want Jann now.
That's right. Besides, the Cummings and Maxwell kids did the right thing by leaving the door unlocked and letting King Dedede take all the stuff away from Smithy's factory house.
Because nobody wants Lucy Van Pelt to ruin Melody Luna's 4th birthday.
Yeah, so since Melody Luna didn't want her pink tablet to get electrocuted, the Cummings and Maxwell kids had no choice but to tell King Dedede to move it past the electricity sparks.
And like Mr. Morris told Mr. and Mrs. Van Pelt last 2 days, we are not going to let her have the best birthday ever. And that's just too bad for Lily, because Jann should have thought of that before she decided to refuse to listen to me. So yeah, Lily, I'm sorry, but I'm afraid you are going to have to deal with it.
Please stop it, Zeta. You are making me cry.
Why am I making you cry?
Because you told me to deal with having Jann arrested, and I didn't like it.
Well, that's what she gets for refusing to listen to me.
Freeze. You are under arrest for sending Lucy to Grytviken instead of her parents.
That's right. You were supposed to send them to Grytviken, not their daughter. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed to you. To the police car we go. It's jail time for you, which is until civic holiday.
Good evening, and how can I help you tonight?
Good evening, Agent Henry. You are not going to believe what my precious kids told me and my husband about Sue.
Ah, not that again. What now?
You see, Agent Henry, I hate to say this, but it appears that Carl got Sue arrested, all because she sent Lucy to Grytviken instead of her parents. We can't believe she's staying in jail until civic holiday.
Oh my God! I can't believe Carl did this to Sue. Don't worry, I'll tell Officer Chris to arrest him right away. Thanks for telling me about what happened. Have a nice day.
You too, bye.
Freeze, you are under arrest for getting Sue arrested.
Hey, you can't arrest me, because this is Mr. Morris's office, and nobody else is allowed in here.
I agree with Carl. So I suggest you go away, or I will call the League of Entitled Karens to take you to court.
Yeah, that's correct.
Well, Zeta and Mr. Morris, it's too late, because I am arresting Carl right now, and he's going to the interrogation room so we can get more information about him.